So it is that time again. We are at the end of Chapter 4, Season 2. We have roughly 2 weeks left in the season. Pretty exciting stuff, in all honesty. However, there's a lot to talk about. I feel like this season has been, yet again, another emotional roller coaster. However, this season alone has shaped how I'm going to be going into seasons in the future, and I am going to talk about that. So this video might be a little longer than most. However, I do kind of want to talk about the season as a whole. I want to talk about stuff that we're about to get, and that I might not be making a video on them, but I'm just going to be for real with you. I don't really think there's a reason to make a video on them, and I'm going to be telling you guys what I give the season, and where I would place it on a tier list. For those of you who don't know, there was a period of the season where I genuinely just did not want to play the game. I was bored of it. I didn't really care for it. And, you know, this happens literally every season now. I don't know why my brain during that time period was like, oh my god, this season's so bad, dude. It really hasn't been that bad. We've gotten quite a bit of content this season. We've gotten a lot of collaborations this season. Good collabs, in my personal opinion. And I just kind of feel like this season has been kind of underrated almost, I want to say. I'm not going to preach to the choir and say that it was a perfect season. It absolutely wasn't. There's no such thing as a perfect season. And I just want to say that, like, every season has its own flaws and issues and whatnot. However, this one I ended up liking a lot more as it's coming to a close than I did about a month ago. So let's get into my thought process and whatnot. We're going to go from the start of the season, and we're going to get to this point right now. I feel like when the season started, there was a lot of hype surrounding it. I made a video saying that it was a mega W. Honestly, at that time period, yeah, it kind of was a W. I feel like the season was really, like, strong off start. So obviously, I would think that it was a mega W. And then, you know, just that first update, like, I was super excited. I played a lot in those first 2 weeks, and then I started to slow down immediately. Like, after the 2 weeks of just playing nothing but this game, I really feel like I was just kind of like, wow, you know, that like this game's kind of boring now. Because we got the Easter update, and I saw a lot of people saying that the Easter update was good. I don't know what the hell they even did during that update. So I can just tell you for certain that I don't really think it was a great update. Like, they always do, like, the first banger update, and then the one after. It's just kind of lame. So I cannot I can't really speak all that much about the update, because, again, I don't even know what they added. They added, like, these chickens that shit out eggs or something along those lines. I don't know. I don't really care. But yeah, so season update 1, I guess we'll say, version, what is it? Are we on 24 now? It's so hard to keep track. 24.10, kind of a dud. I feel like the one after that with the ODM year and all that was pretty good. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the update. A lot of people I saw online that were like, ugh, update's not good. I hate AOT. And I saw a couple of people that were complaining as well. Looking back on it, it was a pretty good update, and I don't really hate it all that much. However, this was during the time period in which I was like, oh man, I was wrong. This season sucks. It really didn't. Like, it really didn't. I think I was at a low period in life, and so I was just kind of like, man, I don't like this season. Looking back on it, it was pretty freaking good. Like, I liked the ODM year. I liked the Thunder Spears. Thunder Spears are an interesting discussion topic. They weren't that good when they first came out, but then they buffed them, and then as a joke, me and some friends started using them. And honestly, there's been way worse weapons in the game, so I cannot hate the ODM gear, Thunder Spears anymore. Still not a fan, still not going to pick them up, but, you know, it's not as bad anymore. Now let's get into the Star Wars update, because I feel like this is the big update of the season that a lot of people were excited for, and rightfully so. In Season 1, it was leaked that we were going to be getting, like, Force abilities and whatnot at some point coming to the game, and this was the season to provide us with said Force abilities, and I think they were handled extremely well. We had the throw, the what was it, the grab and the push or whatever, and I feel like there were 2 other leaked ones that we were supposed to get, but we never did get. A little unfortunate, but still. The skins were really good as well. You know, we got Darth Maul, we got a bunch of clone troopers, which I'm going to say is pretty good in general, because I like the clone trooper design a lot more than the stormtrooper designs. That's just me, personally. I'm a sequel guy. I like the sequels in the OG trilogy, so you know. I thought that Anakin looked great. I thought that Darth Maul looked phenomenal. I have them all, obviously. The only one I didn't get was Padme, because I just didn't really like her design-wise. I know that she has a great character in the sequels, I get that, and that she's single-handedly responsible for, giving birth to Luke and Leia. So obviously she's an important character, but I just could not be asked to buy her because she just seemed like a sweaty skin to me. I didn't really like her design. She seemed kind of just lame, and in general, probably easily my least favorite Star Wars skin out of them all. But hey, you know what? Whatever. I have Leia. She's pretty cool. I think this update was pretty good for a multitude of reasons. Just you guys know I like Star Wars, so obviously when there's a Star Wars themed event in the game or something or other, I'm gonna suck it up. And I thought that this was arguably the best Star Wars event we've ever had in the game. You know, in Chapter 3 we had that little Force Week or whatever, where Luke and Han and Leia showed up. And then we had the one with Obi-Wan and all that during the Resistance season. And so, in general, you know, those were fine, but I feel like this season's just blew it out of the water. And I'm absolutely happy that they even did this because, I don't know, it's just fun. Now we're in the final update of the season. You know, I think it's 24.40 if I'm not mistaken. And then in a few weeks here, we're going to be in Season 3, which I'm not really... I'm going to get to that. We're about to get the Spider-Man Web Slingers back in the game. You know, Miles Morales and 2099 are coming to the game. I love Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm really excited for Across the Spider-Verse. I already have my tickets, so obviously I'm going to be going and seeing that. But yeah, no. I think that they look phenomenal in game, and I just really want them to release like now. Of course, they're not going to release, but hey, you know what? It's whatever. I have the V-Bucks to buy them, so I can. You know what? I can wait. It's all fine and dandy and stuff. And then we didn't really get anything at the start of this update. I don't think. I feel like we got a couple of quests, and that's about it. In general, I feel like this update's pretty good. Oh, we got ranked! Oh, dude, how did I already forget to bring up ranked? That is arguably more important than anything else. Ranked. It's pretty cool. I like the rank system, and I feel like Epic Games are going to be really working on it over the next season, and I'm really excited for that. That's all I really have to say about ranked. I have played it. I'm gold 3. Hopefully going to be platinum 1 soon. Pretty cool. Let's talk about the big thing. Did I like the season? Yeah, I did. I liked the vibe of it. I loved Mega City and all the new POIs that we got. All the skins were really good, except for the item shop ones. Although they're a little better, they're still probably the weakest shops that we've had in the game to date. It's a little disappointing, but you know, you just kind of have to take it, I guess. Again, the Battle Pass, arguably one of the best Battle Passes, if not the best Battle Pass we've ever had in Fortnite, and that makes me really happy. I love all the skins in this pass. I just love everything about this pass, and I'm really wondering how Season 3 is gonna up the ante, because I feel like they've been doing really good with their Battle Passes as of late. Overall, I would give this season a solid 9 out of 10. I feel like a lot of people are probably gonna give it a lot lower. I'd argue maybe even an 8 out of 10, but I really feel like this season was just a good time. I feel like when I fucking got my shit straight and I started actually like trying to enjoy the season, I actually really enjoyed it, and I have been enjoying playing the game a lot more as of late, just because of a change in mindset and a change in lifestyle. I feel like the game is suddenly a lot more fun for me. Let's talk about that, by the way. How am I going to be going into Season 3? Well, I am obviously going to be making a video about the start of the season, but it's not going to be right away. It's never right away. I kind of like to give myself some time to play it on day 1 before I actually make a video about it, because then I have enough time to soak up all the content and kind of understand, like, what's this season about. However, it's after that day 1 when things are going to change for me. I'm not going to be playing the game every day for 2 weeks and then not playing it all that much. I'm going to just be really moving slowly with it, because at the end of the day, you hit level 200 by the end of the season regardless of how much you play. If you just put some time in, you're gonna hit it, you're gonna finish that pass. And I feel like for me in the past, I've wanted to finish the past as fast as possible, so that way I can just focus on playing the game casually. But what I didn't really factor in is the fact that I can just do that regardless. I don't have to be doing quests all the time. I can just be playing the game, and I feel like a lot of people don't really realize that. So I feel like that alone is going to change how I view Season 3 heavily. Season 3 is rumored to be kind of like a jungle, desert type theme. I don't really know what the actual theme of the season is. And that's pretty cool. I feel like the season's just going to be generally really fun, I almost want to say. I feel like it's going to be the one to introduce first person based off of the leaks and such. I don't know about the battle pass. Obviously, there's been some talks about like magma type skins and whatnot, so that's interesting, I guess you could say. I am excited to see it. I don't really know about the battle pass. Again, you can never really say much about the pass until the season itself begins, but there is one disappointing thing that I do want to talk about, and I feel like I've talked about it in a previous video, and that's the whole 4 seasons a year thing, or the 1 chapter a year thing. Please don't do that. If you're going to do that for this chapter, stop it in chapter 5, because we already know we're getting chapter 5 in this case. I just really don't like the idea of having content and then no content. It's genuinely just not cool, and I don't like it. I really don't like it, man. You could totally have us be on this map for like, I don't know, 8, 10 seasons, or even like 6 or 7, or just however many you really want to. Not just 4. Do 5. Do 5. Do like, just prove us all wrong. Do 5, because Season 4 is set to end on November 30th, and that is not a weekend. If you're going to do an event, you're doing it on a weekend. I know that you are. There's been some rumors that we might have a intro event thing akin to, what was it, the Zero Crisis finale. I'd be okay with that, but it wouldn't really hit the same. As you know, I'm not really a big fan of the Zero Crisis finale, because I feel like it was just done really weirdly. I would like to have done it with friends, where we all kind of log on and kind of run through it. I feel like that would have been more fun than just making it a solo thing. But at the same time, I guess that time period was like COVID and whatnot, so I guess I completely understand. At the same time, I just kind of wish that we had a little more. I feel like we can do with 2 events a year if you're really gonna be like that. We used to get a lot more, I got that, but with this whole yearly chapter thing, you could do at least 2. I think after Fracture, they're probably reevaluating what goes into an event, which is fine, so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt this one time. But going into the future, after chapter 4, they're not going to be getting any more sympathy from me, I don't think, because if we get a really bad event and it's a long time after Fracture, then I don't know how to feel. I feel like there's a lot going into this one this year that we could be like hella critical about, and I don't know. I am looking forward to Season 3. I'm not really looking forward to the theme, but I'm really excited to see first person, because I really feel like this is the season that we're gonna get it, and if we don't get it, then I'll be surprised. I'll be very surprised. I feel like that's gonna be it from me with this video, because I feel like there's not much to talk about. I will say go check out the podcast. My friend Nerosoul, also known as Sander, he really he co-hosted, and he's really a big help with the podcast in that regard. So huge props to him. Go ahead and drop him a sub. He's working on a game called PRISMASH, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the description. Probably the last time we were going to do it on a normal video. But yeah, no, definitely go and check that out. That's going to be it for this video, because again, I feel like there's just not much else to talk about with the season. It's practically over. We're getting the web shooters, and then it's wraps. So yeah, let me know what you thought about the season. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Perfectly okay if you didn't like it. I really don't care. And I'll see you guys in a future video, probably sometime in Season 3, or maybe even before the season ends. Who knows? Alright, see ya.